The Out There channel.
Please sub and share.
Searching for the truth. UFOs, aliens, greys and ufology. Real images, real stories, real videos, real cases, researched and investigated by professionals in the field and cutting-edge discoveries. Multiple witnesses, abduction accounts brought to you by Team The Out There channel. Good to be back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
Yo, who's out there? I niggle with the chat software again today to do a build this time. Well, it looks like we've sorted it out. It's creating double the messages. So if I sent a message to build, it would send the message back to me. That didn't used to happen. So yeah, I used another option called filter out echoes messages, and it looks like that solved it, hopefully. I don't know, it's never plain sailing around here. So what are we doing today? Well, I haven't really got much prepared, but I've got a wee bit to go through again. USOs are back in fashion. Right. Probably have to see if we can do those free members again. Oh, and also don't forget. Yeah, it's getting a bit harder to cover costs. For doing live stream, I might have to cut back on my bandwidth plan at this rate, and or just stop streaming for a couple of months while I get on top of some payments. Yeah, it'll all get more support, of course. Money is always the problem, especially when you don't have much coming in for your own expenses each week. So yeah, why people don't support me, I don't know. But I think there's plenty of haters in this field. Anyway, let's pin that message. Actually, I like to do it on that. See, he still hasn't fixed that up. That doesn't matter. Let's see if I can do some freebies here anyway. Where is it gone? I'll just have to zoom in on the other screen. Because I'm half blind. Is that working? Probably not. Try again. Yay! Okay, let's do some free gifts if it lets me. Super chat, super stickers, but it hasn't got memberships there. Has that moved? What? Oh, right. I had to pop it, don't I? I eclipsed the messages. That's right. Pop out. Stupid, really. Ah, there it is. Way at the bottom. They don't test it on different font sizes, DPIs, and monitor settings. This is typical of Google and Microsoft. So let's send 5. Let's see what happens. I haven't logged in and logged out of the OBS nonsense, but we'll see if it works. We'll at least get 5 done. Oh, that worked pretty quick. It's doing something. And they're showing up on here now, which is good. So you can see what's going on. Chris, Michael King was gifted. Tommy T was gifted. The Woo Rider was gifted. And Mitchell D, haven't seen him around for a while. He was gifted. Excellent stuff. I'm not seeing the emanation because that's an overlay going out to the stream only. Looks like we almost need a 4th monitor that shows the actual going out video. So you can see it's working. I suppose you should normally set up another tablet that's playing it back at the same time, probably. The other way would be to turn on the chat thing, because that chat one does it real time. I suppose we could use that like a monitor. Okay, looks like it did 5. Okay, let's see if it does another 5, because last time it bombed bad. At least some regular supporters or viewers at least getting some gifts this time. Another 5. It's having trouble. Alright, here it goes. Had to think about it. Here we got this time. Salted Cedar. Tessa, Steve Wills, Countryman. Don't see him around very often. I think he's too busy working 70-hour weeks. He's in America and they're all suffering through Biden. Way that things are going also with Ukraine, it might be World War III because the idiot won't accept Trump's help. What was that popped up? There was another message that popped up at the same time. Yeah. Just typing on the other screen at the moment. Hang on. While it's finishing up here. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. Right, here we go. Must be finished by now. How many people have got out there? 6 at the moment. Let's see how we go. They should have had a notice by now by email. Google's doing some bad stuff to me again. As you can see, we even went below 2820. We're back down to 2810. We lost like 6 subs over the last week, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So yeah, I don't know. Still people there with mental problems in ufology that can't handle the truth. Is that what's going on? Or what? There's probably a lot of negative stuff happening in private chats, I'd say. There's so many idiots on X, though. It's like the world of nut jobs from ufology living there. Joe Merger is just really, really bad, especially with USA politics. He's wrong every time he opens his mouth on there. Saying that Trump sides with Russia, even though that was he never even said that on speech yesterday. He said he doesn't side with any side, he just wants peace, and he was siding with the world, where the world wants peace. It's funny how the left can always switch it around to this Russiagate nonsense, even though they, I don't know, it's just like a mental problem. And Jasper was a casualty of that. He can't handle me being pro-Trump. I'm pro-world, mate. Pro-world. I'm not left or right. I'm down the middle. But I know who's telling the truth and who's lying through their arseholes. And that's the Biden administration was, and mainstream media with it. And he controlled it all. The CIA controls it all. Mockingbird assets, as they call it. Go and look it up. It's just pissing me off lately. Stupid people in the world. They don't realise that Trump is always right in the end. Trump had probably tried a lot of hard work there on that deal. And, you know, it's quite obvious that once he signs a deal with America, that they'll be moving in their own gear and personnel to mine, and will help border control there. And Putin's not going to break that. And you just have to get the ball rolling. And of course Trump's promised that they won't be part of NATO, which is what Russia wanted in the first place. That started the war in the first place, is that they're going to go back on that deal. But anyway, some of you out there that understands it, like Michael King. Where are you, Michael? Michael is not there. Anyway, so yeah, I've been a bit sick the last few days. Not 100%, so we'll see how it goes. I get to see the doctor again, get another blood test done. But they still haven't given me any meds. It wasn't for me trying to solve it myself with diet. I'd probably still be a mess. But yeah, at least the diet's sort of working. But I think I'm being sabotaged by my own body, because if the steroid level goes high, it makes you really, really hungry. When you're trying to diet, it sort of fights you. So yeah, let's kick it off, I suppose. That's what we're going to get showing up at the moment. A lot of people seem to show up just as I'm wrapping up. I don't know why, but yeah. Let me just get up and running. Okay. Looks like Michael King is gaming, so he probably hasn't realised I started. Okay, this he's on Discord. Yeah, that's another benefit of being on Discord. You can at least communicate privately and talk on voice there. Yeah, so I got a few tabs here. Where do we begin? So I suppose we begin with this idiot here called GUFON. He's back to his old ways of attacking people, as you can see. I knew it wouldn't last. Yeah, I think third phase told him to tone it back down, else he'll lose people. And he lost quite a few people to what he had. When he first started, he had a lot of people come over from SOR, Spaced Out Radio, and he's got like 14,000 subs and only 593 come to watch, which most of those will be haters, I'd say. And you can tell by the number of likes he gets, that's how many he actually watches, 100 or less, you know, out of that 14,000. So what hope have I got? Now, he believes that he's always telling the truth. He lives in his own delusional reality. He's never ever told the truth about ufology, anyway. Hasn't told the truth about third phase of the moon, that's for sure. He associates with a lot of shills. That's how he built up his channel mostly, but he also broke a lot of the rules by restreaming live coverage, which he should have been lost his channel over that. He's a scumbag. So I'd say, you know, way he talks has probably pissed off quite a lot on YouTube, right? He's a bit of a chauvinist. What was he yelling at a couple of months ago? He was yelling at females that have long eyelashes, false eyelashes put on, are the dumbest low IQ people ever. Where he forgets like quite a few of those probably that watch them, those long eyelash ladies. Anyway, I gotta see the clip here where he's talking about it again. And it's just total lies coming out of his mouth. He's saying he's trying to be nice to Secureteam for some reason, and he's clueless about Tyler. He thinks he's had a hard deal, Tyler. Tyler's had a hard deal, right? He's even feeling the shadow banning, which is a load of crap. The reason is people have gradually woken up, especially if they find my channel and see all the dirt I've got on him, and realise that he's lying through his teeth all the time. But anyway, we got some Michael King finally showing up. Yo, been busy with friends. I thought it was gaming I saw on the Discord. You mean last weekend? So yeah, let's see if it works here. No. See, it overrides where I had it saved with the T function, and that's just so wrong. I complained about it so many times. We shouldn't have to log out to better use the T thing, should we? Be one way to solve it. What do I normally use for that? What's it? Google? Probably have to get around it. And even that's gone full screen, isn't it? It's just let's maximize. That's annoying when it goes full screen on streams, because it makes it a bit harder to know where you are sometimes. So let's see if it remembers from the time when I'm not logged in. Of course it does. There we go, like sticking.
Right? It's karma.
So where does he start trash talking? about there, I think. But
That
anyway,
feeling. Someday it's going to happen, and during my lifetime,
is that loud enough?
somewhere in the United States. But
He's really low
that's
mic.
Trump. That's JD. That is us.
I have to
America.
admit that what I don't understand about GUFON is he's absolutely right on politics. He should just do politics on the channel, because then he'll be right all the time. And he's right about the left bias thinkers and on X or Twitter, as it was used to be called, because most of them are left bias, even including Mick West, right? You think someone with intelligence like that would be a bit more clued up, but obviously not. That's one thing I have to say that he's always correct on, is politics. Why? I think he probably listens to the correct people instead of listening to echo chamber and mainstream media. That's where everybody gets going wrong. What else is he right? He's right about some people in the left side of ufology there. Joe Merger, even though he was belittling them and being childish attacks on him, if you watch my contradiction movie on GUFON, you'll see why. But yeah, instead of just saying he's wrong here by playing the clip, like I'd play a clip and then I talk about it, he was actually just mocking them and misquoting them, which is hilarious. So yeah, he's a complete moron at times. Yeah, he's got a load of memberships.
I've never seen anything.
As far as I know, he's making about $500 a month of memberships. You know, that's like 100 people paying £5 each or whatever. So yeah. Yeah, he also gets a lot of donations that doesn't use super chats but comes through PayPal. And PayPal you get directly, right? So if you go through super chats on YouTube, it could take up a month or 6 months to get that payment, which is the problem I'm having, because if only one person is donating, it can take a few months to build up before I get the $100 out of the account. And you know, just internet costs alone, you know, is easy that money, you know. So yeah, so he's complaining that he's being shadow banned. This is why he's now gone back to attacking people, like Secureteam. But he is this idiot, this guy.
You know, like this in a long time. It's been a very long time since we've seen any kind of that transparency from the White House, especially that kind of discussion. Just keep it rolling. Trump said, we're going to be transparent, just keep it rolling. Pretty cool. However,
that's the only thing he gets right, is politics.
to make it, you got to fake it. And Secureteam, as much as, excuse me, oh, it's Tyler. Yes, that's right. You think I was going to stay away forever? I heard you talking about me, Rich. I was just saying, you got your everything cut in half. That's not true. There's some viciousness inside there. What? Some viciousness. Okay.
So this guy doesn't even understand that he was faking stuff with his own voice, with voice modern software. He's totally clueless on that. He doesn't realise that he was taking stock video footage and adding UFOs to it in his first couple of years. So this is how these channels build up their channel, right? Put up little shit videos which are hoaxes or they fake it themselves. Build up to like 20,000, 40,000 subs, or use other people's fakes as well. And then they try and rebadge themselves as good people. Right, yeah, I let some CGI slip through. That's the third phase of the moon's excuse, right? When they're producing it themselves, it's so obvious they're producing it themselves. They've been caught out, with number plates and street addresses and You know, the Filipino one, you know, where they weren't in Philippines at all. They're just in a town which has had a lot of Asian people on the big island. Yeah, he's an idiot. He really is. He doesn't understand anything about Tyler. He just thinks he's had a raw deal, and that's what happens if you're not up to date. Yeah, I do have PayPal. It's on the website link that I post pinned to the top. You click on that, it should work, I believe. But I got a business account, and New Zealand are very strict on claiming to be charitable, right? You can't receive donations on YouTube because they don't allow it. I don't know. So unless you sort of declare your earnings, I don't know. It's all stupid. Governments are stupid, and they're greedy, and we got a lot of GST here that cripples us buying anything new online anymore. It used to be good from AliExpress where they didn't put GST on, and the government had a global GST thing, so saying if you bought under $500 online, then it would be GST exempt. Now they just put GST on everything, so they're making billions of extra dollars, right? Off everybody, even low income, because everybody gets hits with GST. So if you need to buy a new set of LED bulbs from China cheaper than you can buy locally because of the high costs they put on marking it up, you know, 200% to pay local wages. You know, some people just can't afford, you know, paying. I think I was buying $5 LED bulbs from AliExpress for a few years, and the parents could only buy it in the shop for about $20 at that stage. Eventually, it got cheaper in the shops, though. As more and more were buying it, and more were coming in and being stored, it was getting closer to the same price index as what you could buy directly online with postage, right? But it wasn't always that way. Governments are meant to work for us, but they shouldn't have to cripple us. They shouldn't have to steal more and more from us. You know, when I was working in Australia, I was paying a hell of a lot of tax. And what I get paid to live on now is basically what I was earning, paying in tax in one day of working over there. And New Zealand could never get that way because the money is so poor. PC technicians and all that were really lowly paid out people, starting at like 25,000 New Zealand dollars. That's like £12,000, right? And that's only back in 2000, right? And so they would lose all their good experts like me that go over to Australia and suddenly are on $40 an hour, opposed to earning $10 an hour or whatever it was in New Zealand working for universities. It's just ridiculous. They want experts to keep it going, but they lose their experts because they don't pay them enough. I still think it's pretty much the same. Nurses are leaving because there's not enough money, although it's got better and better in the last few years. They keep paying them more and more. But still, I think the base value is like 38,000 for a nurse now, is it? Probably have to look it up. But yeah, I suppose this is going to end up being a rant weekend. Rant about our useless governments and tax and just sub to PayPal highest amount 0. You just type in what you're going to donate. $0. Alright, you just typed in the highest amount. Okay, I see what you mean. Can't remember what it was. But yeah, thanks a lot. Should send an email if it's right. Let's just have a look. I'll just check. Nothing's here from PayPal. That's a bit of a strange thing. I don't know if I can check while I'm live. You can't really lose it though, eventually it'll bounce back a bit. Maybe I have to click to accept it. Did it come up with all the other normal screens? Did you get a receipt? Yeah. If you normally do tips, did you do tips? There's one there called I think that goes straight to my account too. It's called OBS tips, and you can enter your details there and your name, and it actually will do the same as Super Chat here, and it will put up a message and dance the alien. That's probably a better way of doing it, then you know it's working. But anyway, but probably a bit late now. What can we do to check it? That's a good question. What's that there? Alright, I gotta close that down. I might have to just check it after. I think it comes up with my name. I bet they've done something to it. I've been doing mods. Let me just log in. Let's see if I can log in anyway. It worked last time, but yeah, you know, things change all the time. In 6 months or whatever. Sign in. It's not automatically coming up. That's because, yeah, I did that. Yeah. No, it's not going to work. I disabled it after I logged in everything. My password reminder. Because sometimes it slows down the browser. We'll see if we can check it after. Hopefully it shows up. Like, we'll sort it out. Right, what's this? Patreon? Oh, Patreon. You don't actually Patreon, did you? That's different again. There's 3 ways of doing it. There's OBS tips, there's PayPal directly, which I haven't tested in the last 6 months, and Patreon. Yeah, it looks like Patreon's just come through. What's it say here? Michael King just become a £13 member. Thanks very much. Okay, at least we know we got some verification now then. And it's got PayPal symbol up there. There you go. It's funny how they reveal all your details on the screen, like that, like your email address, without really caring about if someone's looking over while you're reading it. Anyway, hopefully it's all working there. Okay, let's just go back to Secureteam. Yeah, Patreon. Okay. And of course, there's the other way is directly through super chats on the side chat, right? But anyway, Pilled has its own method. It has things called pills, and you have to buy pills and then give away pills, like red pills, you know, red and blue pills, or cookies as they call it. I don't know, because it's got weed in it. But anyway, thanks a lot. Let's listen to this turkey again.
No, you're jealous because you didn't make the cut.
What's happened?
Michael King donated £10 through Super Chat. Little more for you. 30% removed.
Yeah, greedy bastards, aren't they? Anyway, shouldn't swear too much.
Money? No, it's not it. I just want to see fairness. And I don't see that fairness on YouTube.
Yeah, so when you expose these frauds, they say you're jealous. It's always the first thing that comes out their mind. Oh, you're just jealous. Not really, because if I was defrauding people, I'd feel really guilty about taking money off them, right? So I would never do what they do anyway. Even if they offered me money from the ill gains, I would not want it, because to me it's dirty money. It's like a drug dealer. And drug dealing, you give him $1,000 to shut up. And that was what Tyler was doing. He was paying off people to shut him up. And of course, he claimed that he was paying $50 a month.
Michael King donated £10 through Super Chat. Another for you. I love your content and try to support you best I can, brother.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be the only one doing it, Michael. I feel guilty that you are the only one doing it. In the old days, a few years ago, 3 years ago, we were getting like $80 a week. But I was doing it more regularly as well. Because I was getting paid more, I was more keen to do more content for people. And do smaller episodes. I think there was about 2 hours back then, wasn't it? They just got longer and longer. But yeah, to me, doing longer episodes is good, because I sometimes just want to keep on going, keep it going with the flow, and get most of the week's stuff in one episode. And that's the way I roll. But anyway, thanks again. You interrupted me though. What was I saying? I forgot. Yeah, it's hard not to feel guilty, because it feels like you're begging. And but I do work very hard for the stuff, all those episodes I have made. I did work without any payment, right? For the benefit of everybody. It's really to benefit everybody. But yeah, if people forget, you know, I can only pay out so much, because I don't get paid very much each week to live on. So yeah, like I had recently had to renew my X premium, because at least that gives me makes X a lot better. It siphons out all the crap messages and sticks all the ones you subscribe to, and you get all the subscribe messages coming up. But it also gives you some basic edit function, which is pretty crappy, because it's not on replies of X. But it's like $100 a year in New Zealand, which is like $10 a month in New Zealand, which is $5 US a month. It's still outgoing, so you're going to have to keep funding out your own pocket, right? Basically what I do is I normally fund the channel from my own money and try and get the channel to pay me back. That way, you see. But I'm always running at a loss, of course. You know, I need new gear as well, as you know, because this is not going to last much longer, I don't think, in this heat. We had like 30 degrees Celsius the other day.
Michael King donated £10 through Super Chat. Another. Hope this helps you, mate.
Yeah, hopefully it will trigger across and cause a payout from PayPal. Like I said, you got to get up to $100, 120 New Zealand, I think it is the limit before they pay it out because of bank fees, apparently. I don't know why, because PayPal can pay out instantly. Why can't Google, you know? Something wrong there. So they get to sit on all that money and get interest on it as well, right? So yeah, Google's not really a really nice company, and of course a lot of companies work that way as well, but at least Rumble has a cash out button, so you can cash out any value. Even $1 you can cash it out, but they seem to absorb the bank fees for you. I know there was a problem with getting checks as well in New Zealand and Australia. They wanted $10 to process a check, and if the check was less than $10, you might as well just screw it up and throw it away. So the person got the stuff for free, basically, because of the bank fees went up. They're greedy. The banks are greedy, and they always profit off crime and data fraud and all that, and they make the excuse they can't pay it back from the scammer's bank account, which is a load of nonsense. If they've got a bank account, as long as they haven't taken it out as cash, you should better return it. If you on the ball, right, you report it straight away. Or they should better put a debt on their accounts or close down their bank accounts, right? And but they don't like being out of pocket, right? Once it goes negative, that means it ends up being the bank's debt. And they don't want that. So yeah, the whole system's screwed up. New Zealand needs a Trump New Zealand to go and clean up all the wasted stuff, right? Just like Doge is doing, seeing all these millions of dollars of payouts going to crazy stuff. Same happens in New Zealand. They pay out all this big money to all these things, like it might be a Maori organisation that researches tribal language, you know, or it might be Maori culture, learning to setting up a business about Maori carving or whatever like that, you know. So it's helping out all these other DEI organisations, or it might be a guy researching genetic history of New Zealanders and stuff like that, you know, which will be them tracing it back to Maori, coming from Malaysia, I think it is, most of it. So it's all this DIY stuff where it's all one-sided, and yet there's a lot of people that can't even get into university because there's not enough places. But there are a few reserved for Maoris. If you're a Maori, you can get a place. It's ridiculous. It really is. And it's unfair. Based on your colour of your skin or what race you are. It's racist against whites nowadays. Not the other way around. And that's what should never happen. It should be equal across the board. Anyway, like I said, it'll end up being a rant if I keep going. And Google won't like me because it's the truth, and you're not allowed to tell the truth.
You know, can't say this, can't say that, but I go over to a channel.
That's what I was saying. That was what I was saying. He's saying you can't say this, can't say that on social media or on YouTube.
That's predominantly black, and that's all I hear them say. And this, mofo that, and they're monetized.
So he's picking up the same thing that most of us have. You can go to a black YouTube channel and they're using the N-word. But if you did that on your live stream, you'd be deleted. And he's making the point here. So he's correct here.
100 here, 400 there, 200 here. Right? It's like my N-word. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm going to start it. My Caucasians. Where are my Caucasians? Yeah. And how about this? Whoa, I threw my heart at you. Oh no. Rich has turned into a Nazi. Zeke Fjord. Hello. Perfect for ufology Skinwalker Ranch. Oh, Zeke.
Okay, he is funny sometimes, and he is correct sometimes, and that's what I've been fair. I'm fair on everybody.
Fjord, maybe we should turn into a Nazi camp, shall we? Maybe we should. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get liked. I can't. Can't be somebody I'm not. I'm going back to being the dick that I am. If you don't
there you go. This is why he's doing this.
like it, there's the door. I figured if they're going to shadow ban me, I'm going to say whatever the frigonometry I'm going to want. I'm going to do it. It starts today. Christina Gomez used her tits and no brains to get ahead, sucked the dick of Jimmy Church, and made it all the way to the top.
Yeah, see what I mean? He just goes too far, you know. Even if he's correct, but he goes too far and he upsets people that way. What he should have said is Gomez come from nowhere and she sucked up to all the big YouTube channels out there to get to where she is today. Just like he does. He's no different. It's like kettle calling the pot black. I'm the only one that hasn't done that sort of shit.
If I'm wrong, let me know, because that's what I heard, allegedly.
Yeah, as long as you put the word allegedly, you should be able to get away with it, right? Allegedly, this person said this. Or did this.
Team, well, watch it. What? Watch what you say. Secureteam got screwed over too.
Bullshit. Now that's a lie. We know that's definitely a lie.
Tyler's had some bad luck in his life.
So it created his own bad luck. He's addicted to booze and pills and cheating on his wife. Just ask Geekcraft, Spacey. He knows full well.
I'm not going to say anything bad. He had bad luck last March. His father died suddenly.
So we know that's the wrong thing as well. He said it was his father, but later admitted on his Twitter account that it actually was his granddad and his real father's in prison. Like father, like son.
Saw the video today. I was like, wow. Because I don't follow Secureteam anymore. That's something I did in the beginning 5 years ago, but I haven't followed in 3 years. Yeah, his poor dad died and just collapsed, I guess, and that was that. And then he went away and he came back at the beginning of the year, maybe late last year, and his views are now cut in half.
That's because of people waking up. So I just wanted to play that clip there. That's all lies. And because that 150,000 is multiple people returning back to the video to comment, right? So there's real people watching him out of those 2 million is really only like 50,000. And the same could be said for third phase of the moon. A lot of those people come back and comment a second time or a third time. And the video plays, so they get some extra ad revenue out of it. And the counter goes up, right? Because it's as long as there's a certain amount of gap in between them commenting, it ends up being a new increment on the view count, which is normally under the video here somewhere now. But anyway, I'll just close that down. And go on to the next rant. So he also at the end puts up all his videos, right? Saying these are all legit UFOs. Well, you can tell that's a balloon, can't you? It's got dangly bits on it. 2004 from his crappy handycam. It's a strange looking balloon though, I must admit. Almost looks like a cow's udder. Maybe that's what it was used for. But yeah, it goes on about some of those at the end here.
Balloon. I got called at 6:45
It's even got music on it, stupid twit.
in the morning.
Now, if you're serious about UFO hunting, never put music on your videos like this on a YouTube channel because of copyright. You can do it as long as it's your own created music, of course, which is generally what I do if I'm going to use it. Or I've got permission that it's actually truly free from some creative friend of mine or whatever. Yeah, so yeah, you can see that's some sort of balloon. But yeah, this is all his is balloons, planes, birds, insects, seed pods, and butterflies is another one he does. And then he says, "Look at this UFO!" It flies across to, moves across to the tree, and then it takes off at a really fast rate. Which kind of could easily be some sort of bug, you know. Or it could be a balloon that suddenly popped and it expels all its stuff and it shoots off. You know, so. But you can see he only gets certain closeness to most of his. Most of it's crap. Let's see if we can find that crappy one of his. It's at the beginning, I think.
Okay.
Was it before then? I think it had some tree in the way. Yeah. You can't even see what he's filming. It's so bad. Look how out of focus it is. Apparently there's a little dot moving in the background.
Nobody understands why it does that.
Yeah, it's got stupid music.
Alright, let's try this one.
I'll just mute it. Is he playing it? I don't think he's playing it, is he? Must be playing. Okay. He's got his mouse pointer, which is way bigger than the object. Terrible editing. I think it is his mouse pointer, is it? Oh, it might be. Well, it was before, I think. Oh, okay, here's the balloon. Is it? No, that wasn't it. Must be coming up. You scrolled back too far, gang. God, that looks so much like an insect, doesn't it? Being illuminated by the moon or camera light or whoever. It wouldn't be thermal back then. Of course, they do get those glow bugs in Arizona because that's where he was. Okay, it looks like a bunch of LED balloons. Even back in 2004, they were coming out. That's why his wife left him, because he's always outside till 3 in the morning filming for UFOs, and she's in bed sleeping. He probably didn't have to work, you know. I think he was a window washer. where's the tree one gone? I might have to go back to it. It's got to be here. Okay, look. Is that the one? Let's say it looks like a balloon, right? A weather balloon. Nice weather balloon. 2001. Oh no. Could be a miler one that's spinning around, rotating too much. There's obviously not a sphere one, of course. It's probably some sort of weird design miler balloon. You see the shape is off for a circle. That one could be a satellite with the sun reflecting it off the surface, right? I think he's paused it again. I wanted the tree one, mate. Tree one. That's so sucky. This tree one. It's got to be here. That's where we were before, weren't we? I don't think it's free planet. Now Google index here sucks, you know. Oh, that must be the beginning of it. Okay, let's see. He's got his mouse pointer to it. It's gone in front of the leaf, and it's going to be behind the leaf. That happens with the CMOS sensors over the rolling shutter, right? And these old cameras were very slow processing, so rolling shutter was even worse. What I don't understand is how that could be in focus and the leaves are not in focus. That means it's got to be. So it was going up here. A piece of seed pod getting blown around in air currents. Okay, where's it's gone out of focus now. And then it's going to shoot off this way. I can't see it. Yeah. It's very bad editing, alright. And then it shoots off. Yeah, look. To me, that looks like it just got a higher altitude where the wind was better above the tree and then just blew away. But anyway, he's saying they're all UFOs. Yeah, right. Okay, so we got a few tabs here. I'll go through. So, let's work from. Oh. News Nation journalist Ross Coulthart says he lies in a field at night. Oh God. And tries unsuccessfully to psychic powers to summon aliens. Are we surprised? No. He continues to try, but he claims his daughter has been successfully summoned aliens which openly reveal themselves to her, but not to him. So So yeah, it's going to be like serial evidence claim, right? So I suppose this is where he's talking about it here.
I've spent a lot of time trying to learn how.
Hang on, let me just readjust the volume again, because I tuned it up for GUFONy.
To meditate, and
did I see something happen down the side again? Or was it just my bots? End of story. Sure enough, thanks, mate. I hope this helps. Yeah, it will do. Eventually, Google gives it to me. Well, we get there. I always get there in the end, but yeah, it's just been tough this year. It really has.
And I'm getting reasonably advanced at it. I have a beautiful field near my home where I go and lie.
How can you get advanced on summoning UFOs, right, if they don't show up? Like I said, brainwaves are too weak to summon anything. Unless you've been microchipped somehow. And aliens pick their victims for certain reasons. And I don't know what they'd pick him for. Because he's spreading lies about them all the time. Because he listens to all the talking heads. Like Sondo. And he's saying that airplanes are UFOs and all this sort of stuff. Yet they come and visit me, who's actually telling the truth. And why they come visit me, I don't know. Whether they're trying to help me or screwed me up even more, I don't know. With the autoimmune system, but at least I've had some experiences that I can't sort of write off as crazy dreams. Now, with this new condition I've been getting, where I've not been sleeping very good, I've had hallucinations. And I know what hallucination looks like compared to what I had happened in the past. And I know it's totally different. Hallucination is don't last as long. For starters, maybe a few seconds at the most. You might see a figure if you're really tired. You might see a false image when you go and look in the daytime as well. And you're tired in the daytime and you see a false image, and it's almost like a reflection in your eye still being projected to your mind. It's like a delay. And that's what it tends to be, right? It seems to be someone that's walked past and it's sort of still there in your mind because you're so tired, and it's like the brain's really slow processing it. So it only lasts, it's like having a blurred insect flow past, you know. It ends up being like a ghosty image. But it only lasts for a really short time. Compared to the other ones that I had where they were standing in the doorway or coming into the room and it lasted for a good minute or more before they disappeared again. Same with the aliens. Lasted a lot longer, and a lot more happened, and a lot more strangeness happened, where I know I was screaming my head off, but there was no sound coming out, you know. Because I was in utter pain. When I'm in utter pain, I always let out a yell, because that's what I do. It just helps. They said psychologically when yelling actually helps you manage your pain. I think I read somewhere, and I thought, okay, that makes sense, because sometimes you don't even think about it. You know? If you sit down with a bad back, you're going to yell if it's really painful. It's just a natural thing. But yeah, this guy's never ever going to get visitation from real aliens, and I don't think his daughter will be seeing aliens. I think maybe she's getting hallucinations from it, from meditating and waking up and thinking she's seeing them. Myself, I think I think it probably can be induced with drugs as well, of course. But alien visitations are a lot different to hallucinations. But it's all good. It's all good experience. If you can experience all these things. I won't do drugs though, but I have done painkillers. But I don't like painkillers either. So I'm really much drug free as I can be, apart from insulin and sound mind, right? Because I need to be able to rationalize it and try and figure out what's going on. And yeah, it would be good to have a witness to it. Yeah, of course, Grad got his wife to be a witness to his, but it wasn't the first time because she was like passed out. But the second time she got woken up first, and then he got woken up, where the room was lit up with the blue-white light. Well, more blue light, I guess. Which is almost like a portal opening up around your house, and you're not in your own reality anymore, but you're being linked into a multiverse, Earth, so to speak, and that's where they live or whatever. Whether the Greys are actually aged humans, where the further, like millions of years ahead of us, and they're involved differently because they have a different sun system, or the sun died off and they were living in the dark and they got more sensitive eyes, and mucked around with genetics, maybe they got more brainy, but yeah. Who knows? And unless they come forward and start integrating with us and trading information, I think we'll never know. They only give us little bits and pieces, the ductees and contactees, and then it's different for each person slightly. Some get telecommunication, tele-thoughts. How that happens, I don't know, but it's possible if you get close enough to a UFO that there's a field there that allows them to integrate into the brain waves. Whether it's done through particles, nanoparticles inside the air, inside the field. The force field, not rather than a paddock field, like that would make sense then, that all those children in the school were able to communicate because they got close enough to it, or the field expanded across them. But yeah, unless so I don't believe his story here that his daughter's seeing them, because if they were coming to her, then more likely they would be showing themselves all to him if she's with him at the same time. So obviously they don't like the guy, that's true, but I doubt that she's experiencing a real alien thing. We'd have to interview her and ask her some tricky questions to see if it's really similar to whatever contactees have said, and look for markers. Whether she had buzzing sound, or they were transparent, or had big eyes, or how high they were. Whether it was multiple species, whether it was other aliens that we'd not heard about before. But
lie down on the grass and I look up at the stars, and I certainly invite the phenomenon to manifest itself.
So when I go for a walk with the dog every night, I always sit in the chair, and he watches out for pussycats in the dark, and I just look at the stars and hope to see a shooting star or something like that. And sometimes I do see one. It happens very quickly, like a few seconds and it's gone. But if you weren't looking up at the time, you would have missed it. So yeah, I think everyone that's in ufology generally walks around looking to the sky a wee bit. And so yeah.
I have a daughter who frequently engages with the phenomenon, and it manifests itself quite overtly to her. But my dear friends, one of whom...
So that might not be anything to do with aliens as well. That might be paranormal. And we know that children's brains are sort of developing, and I think they lose the ability to telepathically or see stuff that adults don't see. Maybe because the brain connections are there to start with, and then they get changed and altered as you get mature. I think it's from the age of 6. They're generally 6-year-olds see it, 6 to 10-year-olds, and then after that it fades away. But some have the gift where the brain doesn't change and it stays with them, and they become psychics. Apparently. So I watched some of these psychics, and I don't know how they pull out people's names and birth dates out of thin air, unless they're cheating. So yeah, unless I could spend a day with them and seeing if there's some underhanded stuff happening, I can't say whether all psychics are fakes or not. But we know lots of them are. You know, most of them are cold readers. And they do use surveillance to listen in on people. And the churches have done that too. You know, the healing churches, the healers claim to be healing people. They listen in. So they've been called out on various sting operations, on various skeptic debunkers out there that pretend to be going to see them.
J.P. Haig is gifted with the ability to engage in this way. He tells me he thinks the phenomenon is keeping me skeptical by not manifesting itself to me so overtly. I've spent a lot of time trying to learn how to meditate, and I'm getting reasonably advanced at it.
So I think when you self-meditate, and you're actually opening yourself up to be hallucinations, right? I never did any of that shit. You don't need to do that shit. Instead, I did an experiment where I thought, okay, I'm just going to do what that guy did when he walked into a bank and sat on the middle bench in a bank in New York. And he said, if there's any Nordics or tall whites or whatever you want to be called out there, come and sit next to me. And 5 minutes later, he had a tall blonde come in and sit next to him, look at him, then walk away. And then I think he had a guy come in, also a blonde man, neatly dressed, sat down, didn't say anything, sort of looked at him, and then got up and left. So I thought, well, that would be a good experiment that everybody could try, you know, see if they could summon at least Nordics, because we know the Nordics worked because it worked for that guy. So yeah, I did the experiment, and of course 2 months passes by, I think it is. I'd have to check the dates. And then suddenly it started happening. You know, they started. I said, if you're out there, make yourself known, but it must be during the daytime. And then they started showing up near the afternoon when I'm awake, right? So that's a proper experiment where you're not actually trying to summon it and hallucinate it so badly, right? Instead, you know, if 2 months passes, you're not probably even thinking about it anymore. I wasn't thinking about it anymore because when I first saw the first one, I thought they were actually a full human being in a nice clean white suit standing near the doorway, as I keep telling you, and just looked like a normal human being, but tall and blonde. And then she disappeared. You know, I rubbed my eyes very quickly, but she was gone. very quickly. And of course, that's when I asked my parents, went to the lady that was standing there. What lady? So, yeah. I think we need more control experiments like that one, where maybe contactees could try it, you know. And maybe someone could set up a camera that they don't know about. Try and catch them when someone sits next to them that's blonde. The thing is, if you try and capture it yourself with cameras, they don't show up anymore. It's like they can somehow pick up the sense that they're walking into a trap. And watching Expedition Bigfoot, which I have to do a review of the new season soon. They did an experiment where he thought, well, the tree cameras keep getting moved and they never capture anything, and he thinks, the guy, Russell I think his name is, thinks that the Bigfoots can see infrared where our eyes can't, and they know they're walking into a trap, and then they walk around behind the camera and turn it away so they can get down to the trail that they wanted to go down. And that what happens in the last episode. That actually happened. He stuck up trail cameras and put sticks in front of it, but to block the II light. And he put up these trip wires using cotton to pull down the sticks, so the Bigfoot would be captured in all the tree cameras. But although they did get triggered, somehow he didn't manage to catch anything on the cameras apart from one where he sees a hairy finger. So we get to see that next episode. I'm not sure if you're watching the latest season of Expedition Bigfoot. But this is the same with aliens as well. I think Bigfoots might be aliens themselves. And are coming through portals just the same as what the Nordics were doing. Why they're here, I don't know. It might be that their Earth lacks resources, and they come here for water, or they come here to go deer hunting or whatever. Anyway, moving on. So I look at all these things during the week, and it gets my mind ticking over and thinking how the shills are getting away with it. And Ross is just a grifter. I liked Enters Waters. Okay, this is a UFO sequence that was on the NAP YouTube series, and the light enters water is not good evidence that it's a UFO, right? When we have drones that can do that. So I'll just show you this drone here. I'll just go full screen here. Have a look at this drone here. It's called 2 years ago. These are new ones. TJ Flying Fish drone, it's called. Flies through the air and swims underwater. Looks like a normal drone. It's fairly big. You can see it's got landing feet as well. Looks like a normal drone, but it's actually waterproof. And I'll just play a clip of it here. And you can see it's fairly big compared to the guy. It's not super big, but you can see it's made in China. Okay, it goes up nice and easy. So they're making this for commercial drones now. What are they making for military drones? Go into a swimming pool. Straight into a swimming pool. Now it becomes a submarine underwater. There you go. And it can go up and it can go down using those propellers. Up and down, and then it can move left and right. Pretty damn clever. And of course it has these blue LEDs on it that you can see here, little blue LEDs everywhere. Pretty bright ones. At night time that's going to illuminate the water, right? So we looked at that, okay. I'll post a link to it eventually so you can play it on your own screens. And this is what Nap's shown by a, I don't know, UFO hunter or fisherman who may have one of these drones on board and thought they'd prank it and try and get some, sell it to Nap, you know, try and make some money from it, or get some fame, or get some action to the X page where they can advertise things. So this is from the TV show, so we got to be careful of what we show on the TV show. So I'm going to pause it every 4 seconds.
Of our night watch guy.
So they picked up this drone. We don't see it comes out, start filming it out of nowhere, right? We don't see it fly in or anything like that. You can see it's a fair distance away and high because it's illuminating the water. And we're not got no sound. And if that was a drone, of course you don't want the sound.
Don't tell me it's gonna
Don't tell me it's going in the water.
go in the water.
Now, the way it's coming down, it looks like it's very drone-like, right?
Now it's in the water.
And that's not so incredible, is it?
I'll be damned.
In fact, it's lost a lot of the light, hasn't it, as well?
So this is what it does when it...
And that looks so much like that drone we just saw on the video at night time.
thinks nobody's watching.
And you can see there is some ripples. It's obviously a calm sea or lake or whatever it is. And there's little ripples here where the light sort of bounces off.
You ever seen anything like this?
Yeah, Nat, we just had a look at something just like this.
A Willie Peter flare is the only thing that I...
You can only think of a flare, guys. Well, I thought of a drone. That's the first thing. I mean, no, it's not a flare, because flares are totally different. Look at that.
I know that will hang like that in the...
I don't know who this guy is, but this is the problem with these bullshitters, right?
air, but that's not a flare because there's no smoke
No, it's not a flare, mate. It's a drone.
coming off of it. Look at that.
And why is it just going up and down into the water, right? UFOs, they'd be sipping off left, right, center, and doing all sorts of crazy shit.
It's under the water. I don't know. I've got...
Yeah, mate, you don't know. Oh, there you go. We even got some sort of green color happening now.
no answers, do you?
And you can see it looks like a beam coming off, like a LED beam, right? Which is what we saw on that drone footage. Just like that.
You think it's got a base down there like we saw in Tampico?
And you can see there's little ripples where the light goes across.
It could be. It could be.
People have been seeing things.
Now, why would you want a drone that goes underwater? Well, if you're a fisherman, you'd buy one of those because you want to see if there's schools of fish down there before throwing out your net, right?
Flying in the skies and things that pop in and out of the water out in that area for a really long time. How long's it been there? You know, archaeology.
So it's all theories and nothing conclusive as usual.
It's your thing. So what do you think?
Oral history from A lot of the native tribes here will talk about things flying.
Now, I know we did have Columbus that saw lights in the water like that. But nowadays, there's other explanations for it. And of course, I think the Columbus light was actually moving quite fast underwater. I think it was keeping up with the boat, and then it zoomed off. Right? If you read the story about it. Yeah, this ain't doing much at all, and it looks very small.
Flying, and they usually attributed it to gods. I
don't think there's anything more. Anyway, I'll post a link to that. So this has started off other shills doing stuff on USOs now, and one of them is Dolan. Dolan's basically copied other people's cases and put it into a new book and selling the book. Not giving away the book, but actually selling it for $20. So yeah. In the way now. Where's the shrink down one? So let's just post that one. Drones USO. Of course, we don't see where it goes after that either, do we, in that video? We don't see how it arrives, we don't see how it goes. The whole thing's really, and no audio, so the whole thing's suspect. I'm not sure if he actually believes the guy either. But it's good for ratings and raking in the money on the TV show. Yeah, so the next one is some idiots using artificial intelligence to enhance the image. So I said garbage. What did Mick West say? Lou Angeles, which is Lou Reviews. Now Lou Reviews is always putting up Mick West as the best debunker out there. That he will do anything. Well, Mick West doesn't do anything. Any video that's too hard for him, he won't do. I know, because I've tried to ask him some ones I found difficult, whether he had any other insights on it, and he refused to help. Now, I knew then he was full of bullshit. I thought he had more expertise. He's been meant to be debunking for 20 odd years before I arrived. But anyway, this guy here, Area 51 guy, reckons they've taken that video and enhanced it, but they've used AI enhancement, and you can see they've added artifacts to the light sources. Not only has AI amped up the brightness in the dark areas only to match with that one, you can actually see the light being reflected across the sea surface there. He's saying it's got like tentacles, you know, hanging down, which is a load of bullshit, because that's really on the surface. And it hasn't got a dome. It looks like it's got an edge on it, and it's not got an edge on it. Although when we did see the other video, it did have a plastic dome on the top, so that could easily be the plastic dome on top with the LEDs, right? Color night vision LEDs going around the outside here. In fact, the enhancements is actually showing that it might actually be other bits to the thing coming down here, which looks like the legs of the drone that we just looked at. But it's added lots of artifacts here. You can tell it's added some edge into it here, going out this way. It's just bullshit, and there's actually a full video where the guy interviews the guy that did it, called found this interesting, Area 51 guy again, from UAP Files channel, or podcast as he calls it, and this guy is just talking utter crap about it. I probably won't play it though. It doesn't play anyway, bullshit. I'm pretty sure there's a video there, isn't it? It's got 30 minutes. It's not playing for me, but I'll post a link to it and you can have a watch. The guy on there is what I believe is just a amateurish video enhancement using AI tools, which no one should use if you're a proper video analysis, because the human can do it a lot better manually than any computer. And of course he's talking about it having tentacles and all sorts of nonsense. Bit like the jellyfish, he said. No, it's not. Nothing like the jellyfish, which is, again, wedding balloons. So when someone starts talking crap like that, you know they're not really... They're sort of got confirmation bias straight away. On to the next one here. UFOmania again is back, pumping out all the old fake UFOs again. Uncut footage of an underwater atomic blast. Now I'm not sure if this has been fabricated or not, or if it's actually real. But I thought it was interesting, and it would have killed a lot of fish. You'd think a lot of fish would be floating. So let's just play it and have a watch. See if you think it's real, because a lot of stuff from UFOmania isn't. It looks real. The waves, the birds. I haven't bothered. That looks very well, and it's rocking the camera with the shockwave. That kind of makes sense. Now, where's all the fish? There'd have to be a few. The shockwave underwater would knock them all out. The ones from a fair distance. Fancy doing underwater atomic blasts though, that's just crazy. Man is so stupid doing this sort of stuff. Yeah, cause it kind of looks like it's real, doesn't it? But yeah, where's all the fish, and did the birds eat them? And how many birds died after that from the radiation? Scary stuff. Of course, we're heading into World War III, so maybe you should get used to it. Hopefully that Ukraine guy comes to sense, and Trump is willing to, still open to the idea. But at the moment we got bloody people in UK promising to send troops there. That would just start World War III straight away, wouldn't it? We don't want that. We don't want NATO. We don't want all these countries sending in their troops. That's just going to be a disaster. Of course, the video didn't go on, so this guy's saying not one wave after, no tsunami or giant wave. that today is said that if Russia detonated their unnamed nuclear submarine off the west coast, there would be a giant toxic radioactive wave that could make it all the way to the west coast. Well, when the big earthquake happened near California millions of years ago, and it's overdue again, it apparently went 200 kilometers inland, so that's about 150 miles inland. That would have been a very high wave that from this earthquake. So yeah, that's kind of scary. I think I'd probably want to live in the middle of America. Yeah, see, these people are saying the same crazy 2,100 nuclear tests since 1945. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any way we can verify it, is there? It's not like we can right click and say ask Google to check it. I suppose you could do a Google on it, but I thought I'd just show you it anyway because I thought it was interesting. Okay, on to the next bullshit video. Metallic cigar UFO. Who's this one? Gene-eyed UFO research. Gene-eyed. What a strange name. Filmed in Brazil, September 28, 2011. So once I saw that, and I saw, oh yeah, it's got a little bend going on there. It kind of looks like a solar tube balloon. What do you think it's going to be?
Agora sim.
What do you see? So, this is this horrible X player. Yeah, when you click to pause it, it actually goes pauses it and goes full screen.
Agora sim.
You see the bend in the middle? Okay, so it could be, still could be white, black trash bags, because the sun is so bright it's reflecting off the plastic, making it look like it's white. So it still could be black to absorb the heat. And when you see it underneath, it's black, right? Because the sun's now shining on that side of it. Dando. What dando? Is he trying to say dildo? But anyway, this is just a solar tube balloon. And this stupid one, again, doing the rounds, which is clearly a lead kite, right? We've been through these ones over again over the years, and they're still doing the rounds, right? February 24th. I'm staring at it. It's red, it's green, it's blue LEDs. It's going in circles like a kite. Of course, I think these ones might be RC controlled, not cables, right? I think these ones don't use cables. So they've got a little engine on the front. But there are ones with cables, of course. Now it's spinning in circles. Oh my god, I've never seen anything like it. So if it's spinning in circles, still could be on a cable, right? Look at the brightness. And listen to this woman. These people, they're just totally clueless.
Oh my god, look up in the sky!
Look up at the sky! You couldn't even do a good parody. It sounds like a parody to start with.
Oh my god, look up in the sky! I don't see it. I'm on the front porch. Okay, look towards
Oh my god.
So they're shouting it out to a neighbor that doesn't see it, right?
That is strange.
Look, east. Look east.
Look at the terrible video glitching. It must be off a VHS tape, is it? I don't know. Yeah, see the flickering? It looks like it's off a tape. Handycan? Wow!
Do you see it, Mom?
And of course, they're not using any apps, but this wouldn't show up on an app anyway because it's a kite.
No. Shit, you're kidding me. I'm on Marietta, facing Newport Road, and I'm staring right at it. It's red, green, blue.
So we got no one on YouTube now. 7 on build. I mean, 7 on Rumble and 4 on build. Pretty poor showing, actually. I think people in UK and Europe are all in bed. But that's alright. Let's just keep on going.
What the heck? Won't be staying still? Now it's spinning in circles? Oh my god!
The problem with this is none of it's in focus, right? And it's overexposed. So you can't really see the object behind the lights. Now, if you looked at that, initially you'd think maybe it's a drone with LED lights circling on it, or the blades are cutting the lights and making it flicker. But then when you get a focus shot in a minute,
What the hell is it?
I'm in the middle of my front
Oh
yard.
my gosh, dude.
Look east, Mom.
I got such a good picture of it.
East is towards Hemet. No, look west,
Whoa, whoa,
we're starting to see the shape of the kite now.
oh my god, dude.
He's having an orgasm.
See it, Mom? No.
And she's swearing.
Well, it's not far from your house.
It's not far from your house.
It's not very high up in the air.
Is it a kite?
Is it a kite? Yeah, mate. Of course it is.
Kite with
I'm looking.
lights on it?
A kite with lights on it. Hey, bingo! Finally clicking.
I don't see it. It would be over like towards Popeye's Chicken. Okay, I'm looking that way.
When's it getting focus?
I'm looking.
There, look, we're going to start to see the circle LEDs going around.
More.
I think that's probably the best we're going to get.
No, not that high. Oh, I know.
Anyway, this is hilarious. Still people being conned by these kites. I think that was the best image they got from the frame there. But there's the kite in question. And someone said here, maybe it's this. Can't rule it out. So I said underneath it's 100%. Not could be, 100%. A lead kite. So, yeah, still got that crap going around in the web again. And the next one. Magnetic disc-shaped UAP recorded by pilots. Now we got this one still doing the rounds, and despite I debunked it when it first came out on a live show, for the first time looking at it, you should know what it is. I'll play it. So we're in a small plane. And something small passes by. There, passes really close. You see it's not very big. It's not a 40 or 50 foot UFO disc. And the guy turns around to try and get another look at it, wasn't he? Or was that the second time? I think he starts filming the second time it goes around to try and capture it. Anyway, it just repeats. But all these people are putting up all this crap here. There's a spaceship. But I put up my debunk on it, which is a graduation cap balloon that's upside down. Alright. So there's the image. I've rotated it, of course, to match it with the image of the balloon that we got. And it's got the same reflection points where you'd expect where the dangly bits are to be. And we overlaid it and tried to get the right angle, which is a bit hard to do in software to get it perfectly, but it was like a 99% match, right? And we do it here on this episode here, where I overlay it. So they're still doing the rounds on the web, which is a bit disappointing. Even though I keep posting, here's the solution. No one wants to know the solution. They want to keep it to being a UFO. I'll have to move it on forward. Where did I overlay it exactly? I've probably gone past it now. So I just kept on playing it. Where I normally do the back and forth animation. That's before Shelly showed up, wasn't it? I must have done it here somewhere. I know I did a short clip from it to highlight that particular bit. So if I look in the shorts, it'll probably be there. Oh, here we go. Like I said, it takes a few seconds to overlay it and show you that it's a match. Yeah. But you gotta remember it's turned around though. But all these idiots here posting what they think it is, a spaceship, drawing little pictures of it. The crew, you know, just got wild out imaginations. Someone's got a still from it here. Flying sub, they reckon. No. And you can see it's a Grad cap, you know, there's the thing that dangles down at the front. Actually, it's like a solid bit on the balloon. It's not actually a dangly bit at all. And you can see it's a square cap balloon. And you can see the other end of it there. But it's a balloon, it's not actually a cap, so it's not going to be identical to a cap, but it's going to be a close match because it's a balloon. I always fly belly. I don't know, they meant to fly belly, feet first is what the terminology is. Not belly side first, no. But anyway, still doing the rounds. Unbelievable, the crap out there. We've got Secureteam here. Speaking of Secureteam at the beginning, he put out some crap here after the last one with the help that he said you could see from satellites, which was incorrect. Mystery UFO clouds. So he's recycling old stuff again and wonders why only 120k and he watched it 130k. Right. It's not because he's shadow banned. It's because he's lazy. No, he's got the subs there and he's got the following there. But he's too lazy to produce fresh content with new videos. Because he's got to do it under fair use, right? And there's a lot of people that get upset if you're making money, big money from their video without asking permission, blah blah blah, you know, even though under fair use you should be able to, as long as you do it correctly, which I believe he sort of does. He talks over it and he zooms in and whatnot, so I think he does it under fair use. But yeah, he could still be taken to court in America because they're all sort of suing mad, right? They're all a bunch of idiots over there. Instead of just making sure you put a link back to the video if you used it like he does, which he doesn't do, would probably safeguard it, right? But yeah, if you just emailed these people, said, look, can I use your footage? I'll give you a link back so you get some credit for it. All these people are going to say, all these people that film these things are going to say, yeah, of course. Because they want the traffic to their video or to their site. Anyway, let's just play some of it and just have a laugh at it. Oh, I hate that.
Guys, Tyler here with Secureteam.
Tyler here.
And so over the years, we've spoken time and time again about
clouds, which are not actually squares, because he only shows you two sides of it or three sides of it, and the other side is a complete cloud mass.
Clouds doing some pretty strange things. From
Mother Nature does some amazing things, yes.
Taking on these extremely sharp, straight-edged shapes in many instances.
Okay, so he doesn't show you it's just a massive cloud bank, and the reason that it creates an edge to it is because of the way the air currents work across a mountain range and a coastal line. And you can see it's not a straight edge at all.
What appear to be squares, rectangles.
Again, we don't see the other side, which is all part of the same cloud mass. And you can see there's even a plane contrail appearing above this one. Or below it, actually. Could it be below? Yeah, it's possible. But you can see there's other regular clouds here as well.
Some of them being so massive, they can be seen.
Now, experts have looked into why these clouds form, and again, it's to do with air currents and coastal and mountain ranges. And it causes the cloud density to be different ice crystals, which tend to form sharp edges. You ever do an ice cube, you know it's going to always break into sharp edges, right? If you break it up on an ice cube, because it crystallizes. Same with clouds.
Seen from literally outer space.
Okay, there's another one you can see here. This one's not quite a square, it's been cut as well. The little cuts, scissors cuts going down the side. But you can see the coast is here. Although it didn't form a nice straight edge there, down further. And it's certainly not a nice straight edge, it's sort of curving there. All over the place here. I don't know what he's meant to be going with this. Is he trying to say it's harp? Which is
covering continents.
Nothing.
We've shown you clouds with...
It doesn't happen on every continent. It only happens in certain places on Earth.
strange holes in them, as if something had poked.
So all this is explained by nature and ice crystals, and these holes form when a hot engine plane flies from high elevation through the clouds, and it triggers a expanding hole where the ice crystals all suddenly change in a circular output radial motion. They call them full streak holes. And often you'll see planes underneath them or passing through them. This one is actually broken up a wee bit. There's also some sort of phone add-on that can create these fake images of clouds. So I'm not sure if this is one of them or not, or whether it's actually a full streak hole, but you can find plenty of real ones online.
These holes out, or that something possibly invisible was having some sort of indirect effect on the surrounding clouds around them, creating.
Yeah, the invisible thing is called air currents and ice crystals.
These strange holes in.
So where's the hole in that one? Is he showing that one's a hole? Well, you can see it's just layers of clouds. It's ridiculous, really.
And again, many different.
Okay, I'm not sure if that's a mountain range there, but we know that there's a mountain range there. It's going to push up the cloud and slipstrings and form these strange stringy clouds, and it can create these holes above mountain ranges as well. Kind of looks like a mountain range there, doesn't it?
Shapes. Now on the opposite spectrum, we've seen.
Okay, so these are very rare too, and I think this was filmed in Japan back in 2016 when I first started my channel, because I did an episode on it. I think they get it also down in South America, but they don't. I've never seen one in my own country like this, and they're called bull clouds or something stupid like that.
Clouds take on what appear to be almost perfect spherical shapes, just hovering in the sky on their lonesome.
Oh no, clouds hovering in the sky. When did that happen?
Never seeming to warp or change in shape. One moment.
If it's a still photograph, it's never going to change shape. They do break up and do break down. It's just a video them for long enough.
They're there, and they just sit there until they eventually fade away. But you know what we haven't seen very much of, and what goes to today's.
Okay, triangle ones. Now, got a feeling a lot of these are fake images, but it's possible to get a triangle if you got three plain contrails cutting and the other ends of it dissolve away. It's very possible to get a triangle like that. Just very rare to see them because there's more plain contrails than normally three.
Footage, and what I want to talk about are clouds that in a very short period of.
Yeah, this one's a really highly illuminated sunset one, or a sunrise one. Probably a sunset, I'd say. And you get these clouds that form very quickly over mountain ranges, right? And dissolve again. I was showing it in past live shows.
Of time, as you guys are about to see, and in
fact, I'm pretty sure I've shown this one from third phase as well as him in the past.
Very rapid succession begin changing, almost as if into things that I've never seen normal, slow, floating, boring clouds do. And in today's video, captured over the Sandia Mountains, we have a mother and her daughter totally shocked to see a lone gathering of clouds in the distance above the mountains doing exactly that.
Boring.
Actually, just takes a week to go to space. They don't blow like that. So we can.
Yeah, so we got a little cloud forming there.
Weirdest thing is, it seems like it knew I was pulling out my phone, huh?
Yeah, as soon as you started pulling out your phone, they started, like, there was like thousands of them just around the whole
Not
cloud.
Thousands, I would say about maybe 10.
10 of them.
So Heluations is going to be a new Secureteam channel in the future.
Around the cloud, and then when my mom pulled out the thing, they just all disappeared.
Yeah, that's what clouds tend to do over a mountain range.
Alright, so if you didn't see it already, and we have the
God, he's getting really desperate for this shit, isn't he?
and then we see things coming out of the cloud, and within a few more seconds, we see a number of smaller orb-like structures begin
He is really desperate.
appearing all around and below.
Little clouds appearing all around, but they're orbs, they're UFOs, they're cloaking.
This orb, which now has turned into a little cigar of its own. So you just saw, and you're seeing...
And then it dissolves into nothing. How stupid. Okay, let's just move on. It's very sad, Tyler, really sad.
Nuclear Security Administration Research and Development Laboratories.
So where's the game with this one?
With a yearly budget of around 3...
How's he saying they're forming the clouds? Back to the cloud again.
New Mexico. I don't think we have to go into too much detail about what is in and around.
He's trying not to laugh. You can tell it in his voice when he was trying to say that script, right?
Past video you guys may remember where we were...
Yeah, this was debunked. Wasn't it Elon Musk transporting something? He's transported something like that. Also, they were transporting a B-52 plane from Area 51. There's another one. Another one was a water tank. Another one was a model for a UFO festival. All sorts of stuff, you know. But yeah, it's back to this old footage again.
We're showing a lot of these images of strange unknown objects being trucked around the United States, hidden underneath
tarps.
These giant tarps. Many of them being followed by massive police escorts, and that, more often than not, took on the shape of...
Yeah, if it was like a top secret thing, you think they'd take... make sure people with cameras weren't even near this. The cops would be out there confiscating the phones or whatever, and you say, oh, you can get it back after we check them.
Of a flying saucer. That, or...
Flying saucer? Why is it on a truck if it's flying?
Or, in other instances, massive triangular objects. And it just so happened...
You mean like stealth planes?
That one of the most famous photographs of those, the one which you're seeing here, was actually snapped on its way to, you guessed it, Sandia National Labs. We have this intriguing footage here.
Yeah, we've debunked that in the past. They do stuff out that way for wind, what do you call it, aerodynamic testing, yeah, and wind tunnels and stuff. So what other bullshit we got here? Lights and clouds? Which could be planes, I don't know. What are we looking at? Okay, they're on the side of the road. Can't just go past. I don't know what we're meant to see.
Now, unfortunately, we don't have the location of...
right there. Now, let's just go back and see if we can see it again. So there's going to be something there. Be damned if I can see it without filters. There we go. No, it wasn't. It was there. Alright, now it's got filters in.
Now, unfortunately, we don't have the location of where this was.
So, what's the obvious things to put on the list here? Balloon!
Taken. However, it was published on.
We get some pixelization. It looks like some movement.
October 9th. And well, here is some contrast and brightness.
Is it a weather balloon?
Enhanced and filtered versions of this footage. You guys.
The blackness is misleading. It's not being lit up by the sun, because it looks like the sun's being blocked by the cloud over here or over there. It's a bit hard to tell.
You guys tell me what you think.
Okay, so it's not a weather balloon, but it could be a kite, couldn't it? Again, just like the one we saw earlier. And so it's just flying it on a reasonable, non-windy day. It does look like a kite. And then it's going into cloud, is it? Well, it goes into cloud, they say it disappears, but it looks like it's going into cloud there, doesn't it? Yeah, look, I'm getting out of focus as well. Although it hasn't
All
faded
I'll say about
there.
this is.
It hasn't faded with the filters, so that kind of suggests that when they were watching it with their eyes, it sort of blended in with the clouds. But if they're wearing like fishing glasses or some sort of sunglasses, they probably would have seen it better.
So we've been seeing more and more of these triangles and these.
I wouldn't say it's a triangle. I'd say that if that was going to be a triangle, then it'd have to be a flying, what do you call it, crescent, is it? A flying, what do you call it, boomerang? It's not really a triangle, like the Phoenix lights. But that looks so much like a kite. And there's plenty of those out there, right? So you don't have to plug it in to find it. But like you saw on the other one, where it had like a grey back into it with the black stripes side by side, and you're not going to see the grey in the video here because it blends with the clouds, right? So even if it goes across the back here with a grey pattern, it will blend in with the clouds. You're not going to see it. It kind of does look like it might have material going this way. That's very poor footage. So we're looking like the usual triangle kites. It doesn't even have to have leads on it, right? So it's not these ones because they haven't got the black wing things we can it's just a matter of finding the right colour. It's not that one because too many stripes, or that one. Or that one. So this is nearing it here, alright? And you can see that one's got a line on it. So it just means they might just have a colour configuration closer to the sky colour or cloud colour, which might be white. And that's all you would see. You wouldn't even see the tail probably, if it has one. They could have a clear tail on it. You wouldn't see it. So it could even be clear, right? It could have the black stripes happening, and the rest of it could just be clear plastic. So you only see that in the sky. I don't know if we can get a clear one, picture of one. There's an all black one. Well, there's a clear one, but it's not what we're after. There's a clear one there. People don't like flying clear ones, obviously. Just imagine that with the clear. And that's got a funny whirly tail on it here. This shows it could be on a long line there, and then it could have a tail further away from it, which is another possibility. And of course, if it had a long tail fishing line with more of a tail further down, we're not focusing on it. Let's just go back, have a look. So further away, we should be able to see it, you know, but you can see how it's being clipped here. So there could be a tail further down. And of course, Secureteam has clipped it to make sure it doesn't show up.
I'll ask.
If you look at the original
altered versions of this footage, you guys tell me what you think.
Okay, so it could have a long tail going down this way. It's very clipped and zoomed in. But if you type in the LED one, again, I think it's closer to that one. This one here, where that would blend in, but it doesn't, they could have any colour scheme there. That could be black, that could be black, the rest of it, triangle bit, can be white or grey looking. There's one there, example, that's lit up. So that one's blue. That one doesn't look blue, but it looks more black, doesn't it? Anyway, that's that. So yeah, it's really nothing bigger. Nothing bigger UFO video that makes him $1,000, you know. Even though, well, maybe it's not $1,000 this time, but I really think Google needs to purge the real active users. That would be more interesting then, because I reckon that would be like 50,000 active users, which is still very good for a hoaxer, a proven hoaxer and a self-confessed hoaxer of UFO videos. So those people haven't bothered listening, you know, like GUFON. We're 3 for 3 now. He's so proud that he managed to get 3 videos off, which are all garbage. So yeah, let's see what the comments have to say on this, because it's pretty bad. Newest first, let's have a look. 3 weeks and nothing. Never cease to disappoint. Or he is always breaking his promises. Dude ripped me off. So he took someone else's probably video that they enhanced and just used it in his. Have you heard the latest psyop? Totally, I miss the days when you pumped out videos. Camp. Look to the movie NOP. Well, it's actually NOPE, and it's rubbish. I paid for a t-shirt about a month ago and still haven't received it. Today in Bendigo, Australia, there was 3 UFO-shaped clear spots inside one big normal close shit. What the hell is he talking about? I think he means cloud. I've seen the triangle over my head in Venus. That's it, I'm done with this loser. He's always talking excuses, POS of a Tyler. Packet of shit, is it? A point of shit? Nothing is what it seems, disclosure. We have to remember most UFO are demonic. So that's a Christian. It's so much better when you don't use AI to generate your script. Bro, just as you picked up momentum again to blast your channel off again, you disappear. There's Secureteam. There's a lot of UFO activity going on all over the world. Is there any trusted YouTube channels that give daily updates? Well, if they do, they're shill channels, and they're not doing proper analysis and telling you what they are. UFOs are unidentified, and 99.9% get identified, so that makes them not UFOs. Look at the left dudes. Let's see. V reminds me of Star Trek. Not a kite. When you going to post again? This comment section needs straight jackets. Glad to see you back, but why aren't you covering any of the disclosure stuff? Because that takes work. Ready for the next video. Of course, a lot of it's garbage anyway. Mr. T, take a look right at the beginning of the Blue Eye Samurai. What the hell is he on about? This channel needs Discord. He had Discord, but he made a really botch up of the permissions on it that someone hacked it and took it over and deleted it. Ever since I saw you release 3 videos in a row, I knew you were going to take a deep dive and disappear. Yeah, I'm not seeing you in my feed. Has no one actually talked about what's in the video? I still have to piss on your parade. I always have to actually look for you, mate. Exodus, Secureteam. Haven't seen your channel in a long time. I'm a solid fan. A hang glider. That's another possibility, of course. Never thought about that one. But they tend to go around more in circles and come down further. Well, a kite will mostly be in the same altitude. I still going with kite on that one. Hang glider would have a more obvious back into it when he enhanced it as well. You've been cancelled, bro. You know, he cancelled himself. Aliens are responsible for Hollywood. So one commented on the video. Oh, here's another one. Someone thinks it's HARP when it's just normal Mother Nature. Fantastic work. I'd like to know where this guy lives and how old he is. True about YouTube, Tyler. I had to search in my subs to find this. Yeah, probably all the negative comments have been deleted. Well, most of the negative. And yeah, there's another one talking about explaining the clouds, you know, or saying it's old content. It's a shame we can't search the comments. Google has made it hard to do that on purpose. They don't allow search engines to search the comments. So if you're looking for where Tyler admits to faking in a comment, you won't be able to find it. There we go. Clouds can easily form in less than a minute if the conditions are right. And a desert sunrise could be very good. The sunrise is heat in the ground, which heats the air. And the air moves upwards, decreasing the air pressure. So here's someone trying to explain it logically. V-shaped craft is interesting. So they didn't actually say what they think it could be. Alright, why show us known examples of cloud formations when we all know what they are? Mean hole punch clouds, or full streak holes, has two names, aren't uncommon for F's sake. If you want to boycott Tyler for his BS over the past few years, then I recommend the channel James. Well, I wouldn't. You should recommend the Out There channel, dude. Anyway, I can't find all the good comments here where they're out in them. But yeah, he's probably now have done that. He's probably airing a new one at the moment. So we got down to third phase and UFOman last time. How are we going for time? I know it was a bit slow. Got half an hour or so. Okay, that's alright. I just had to check the time. So whereabouts did we get to on this one? Because Google's trashed where we were. It was there somewhere. Oh yeah, and what was it? Seed pod that passes the drone.
Here's an object that will fly toward you.
Just saw it then, I think.
And eventually we'll reverse it so you can see it better. Here's a clear bubble over Italy in 2011.
Okay, we thought that was three balloons joined together.
2005.
That was like from GUFON, that one. Wasn't it?
Here's a sphere and a cube in the US in 2018.
A cube.
One in Italy in 2005.
That's just out of focus, pixelization. Inside a cube. Bullshit. Now that's compression artifacts with out of focus.
And one in Colombia in 2021.
Okay, we got there, I remember that. And that's probably just a diamond or a pyramid balloon It goes to a peak, it's reflecting light from the sun underneath.
There are definitely cubes with spheres inside of them. Here's a top
there is. They call Milo balloons.
Shaped vehicle in Mexico in 2004 with a comparison
both look highly suspect.
shot over the Grand Canyon in 2006.
Yeah. Grand Canyon one was a plane that was out of focus. But I wouldn't say those two were identical.
Side of them. Here's a top-shaped.
A top shape. Could it be a helicopter that's out of focus?
Vehicle in Mexico in 2004 with a comparison.
That one looks so fake though. Kind of looks like those Globo Alarma hot air balloons. That one does anyway. It's going down to a thing down the bottom where the tray would be. So I think that's a Globo Alarma balloon. I'm not too sure about this one. This one's a wee bit suspect.
Comparison shot over the Grand Canyon in
although it has got spiky bits on it, same as a Globo Alarma balloon would have. And it's just been overlit by the sun. I think they're the same, aren't they? Because these volcanoes are in Mexico, and that's where they have the festival for these type of balloons.
2006.
Okay.
Here's a 200-foot metallic cigar approaching an asteroid in 2004.
Didn't last long on that. Wasn't that one of those experiments they were doing where they're trying to crash a probe into it? And what you're seeing is the probe that they're trying to get into it, and the rest of the spaceship is filming it.
Here's a 200-foot metallic cigar approaching an asteroid in 2004.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a NASA one, isn't it? And that's 2004. Is it asteroid or meteor? Alright. Meteor. It's probably asteroid, isn't it? Crash. Okay. Meteorite touches down in New Zealand though. 2000 FH is a micro asteroid and near Earth objects. Swing and miss. Near Earth asteroid again. Crashes through roof. Deep impact. Deep impact was a NASA space probe launched from Cape Canaveral Air Force on July 12, 2005. Did he say it was 2004? Let me just go back. What's it say there? Why is it 2015 there though? BL86, so let's type that in. Find out about it. That's it, 2004. I suppose I have a lot of other blurb about it here. Key facts. Hilo class asteroids. Compared in size to the US Capitol building, will pass by, that's why they're filming it, I guess, within 10 kilometers of Earth in 2015. Classified as a near-Earth asteroid. So we got one coming close to us in 2030. So we have to worry about this one after that one, I suppose. It's a very small asteroid. Well, it sounded like it was as big as a building. I wouldn't say it was pretty small. Whose orbit crosses the orbit of Earth. Close approach. As determined by observation dating back to Jan the 30th, 2004, so that's what we're looking at. It was the last official observed in 2021. I didn't say if they passed the probe past it or crashed into it or whatever. Anyway, got an orbit summary there. So I guess that's what how big it is. I reckon that's small. Comparison, artistic rendering. I think you had that coming down in New York. I think it would cause quite a big explosion and tsunami. Yeah, we don't want that hitting us, that's for sure. Okay. Have we got anyone unfilled at the moment? I've got 5 watching there, 34 past 3. Do hit a like if you like what we're doing here. We're the real truth of ufology. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with YouTube again. Sarah watching. Why is it not making a ding sound actually? Oh, there we go. I'll just update that. Yeah, it didn't say anything about how they filmed it there. There's a small, right. Has a small moon that orbits it, and it's probably not a sphere, is it? Let's see what that says. We now have the answer. Has a small moon. There we go. So it's actually going around in a circle. It's not heading towards it. It's actually going away and bending around and coming back around. And what is it? Cigar shape? Maybe it's an abnormal shape. See, a moon doesn't have to be a ball, does it? So there you go. It's solved now. Okay, that one's solved. We know it's a moon. And he's saying it's a metallic cigar approaching. So isn't that just total fake news there, guys? Right? And why has this guy got so many followers? Because he's fake news. 14k views he got on this bullshit 4 months ago. Unbelievable, isn't it? It's got 40,000. Looks like it's been cropped off there. It's got 40,000 subs now. And he managed to get 14,000 views on that garbage that we're looking at. Amazing. Love this stuff. Good clips. No one's calling out any of it because he deletes any negative comments. And he bans me. else I would be posting, well, the first one is this, the second one's this, the third one's actually a moon orbiting an asteroid, and so on. But this guy won't have it. And these guys are just suckers. And sadly, we got a Kiwi there that's been suckered. He's dumbing down some Kiwis. It's really sad. You're not allowed to dumb down any Kiwis. What? None of them calling them out. This is just ridiculous. Nice vids, nice vids. They're all garbage. Nothing like the two good ones I've got. Mojo and the UK one.
Asteroid in 2004. Here is
a distant airplane. In fact, we probably can even see it's been overexposed, and looks like it's got a little curvature there where the wing is, and it looks like it might have a black fin going up.
Object that looks like a tic tac or a grain of rice over Uruguay.
That's a plane. And this, of course, they don't use any tracking apps when they film these things. Okay, what's this one?
Here's a shot of...
Looks highly suspect. A lot of wobbling going on.
Of what looks like a top hat over Italy in 2006.
It looks like a fake model that someone's filming and wobbling around.
Here's an object, 2 or 3 objects over Russia in 2024, making
2024. That's when they had Ukraine sending drones over to Russia, right?
erratic movements.
And that we saw a flash where one of them exploded on the building. So that's pure garbage. Let's just work out. 2004 we said. Ukraine. 2004 drone attack. Moscow, wasn't it? Didn't they get it to Moscow? They got it fairly in. Ukraine attacks Moscow with 34 drones. Alright, yeah, 2024, what did I put in 2004? I was thinking of the other video. There you go, corrected it anyway. So that one's solved. Alright, just garbage. And now we got a flying Christmas tree, have we? No, this looks like one of those spiky balloons. 1, 2, 3, 4 down each side. 5, 6. Looks like it's sort of been rotated. So it's probably a sun or star balloon here.
Here's one I can't explain, but it's over the Netherlands.
You can't explain a balloon. How sad.
It's in 2020. Here's a fast-moving...
This guy's pathetic.
Object moving past the plane wing over Australia in 2012. I've slowed it down so you can take a look at it.
Well, again, that could be a plane. It could be a balloon passing a plane. Again, we got another one that looks like a balloon.
Here's a fast-moving black orb.
That one looks like it's a fake, actually.
Over Indonesia. It's showing the erratic movements of a typical UFO, and then...
yeah, could that be done with moving the camera off the phone different angles with digital zoom? It could be a balloon, or it could be a bird, and they're just wobbling the phone around, making it look really stupid. Could be
Here's
a
a
bird.
fast-moving black orb.
And they're just moving the camera on different
Over
angles.
Indonesia. It's showing the erratic movements.
And they're doing digital zoom at the same
Of a
time.
typical UFO, and then it speeds off to the right behind some trees.
So it probably was a bird. This one.
Here's an object over Indonesia and one over Mexico. Hard to explain.
I'll just go back to that one. What the hell is this in the corner?
Trees.
Why is it all sort of blacked out here, you know? It's highly suspect. Now that's really pixelated there. I don't know what that is meant to be.
Here's an object over Indonesia and one over Mexico.
That's like something dangling down that they're trying to film at night time. Some decoration.
Hard to explain.
Now, this one here was the Tifa incident, and according to Earl Grey, whose nephew or something was an engineer on the project at NASA, said it looks very familiar. He thinks it's a grommet washer that they had inside the tube at a certain location. When it broke off, it released hundreds of them. And of course they all span around in the same direction as they come out the end.
Here's the famous footage from STS-75 in 1996 of a disc with a notch. We compare it with the Baltic Sea anomaly.
Yeah, the grommets have little notches in them because they don't want them to spin around inside the cable. But anyway, the experiment was a flop.
Here's a Christmas tree UFO over Russia in 2004.
Okay, it's starting to look like a kite, isn't it?
On its side, it almost appears to look like a top.
Almost looks like a kite with some LEDs on it.
Top on its side.
2004, I think that's when they first started mucking around with LEDs on kites. Around about then. Probably slightly earlier, actually. Probably could look it up.
Here's one over the US in 2023. Very fast moving.
That's all we get to see of it. Which again could be time lapsed.
Here's one over the US in 2000.
It's most likely going to be a bug very close to the camera.
2023. Very fast moving.
It's only parallax and false movement, right?
Here is a light traveling over a crop circle in 1999 and 2000.
Which was, someone admitted there was a fake they did. CGI.
I have inverted it so you can see it.
Yeah, that's the same footage that's been cropped and zoomed as well. In fact, there's more to that one. I think the starts off as a plain paddock, and then they do the crop circle, then they start filming it, and then they add the UFO to it after.
Here it is again, and it is being chased.
And of course, you get a lot of birds across cornfields and wheat fields, of course.
By a helicopter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a emitted fake. But that could easily be done with a balloon and a bird. And the helicopter is not exactly chasing it there, is it? It looks like it's been spliced together, right? Where's the helicopter? Come on. No, they didn't show us. Another good fake.
Here's a disc
which I analysed, and I did a demonstration of how it was done using 3 wires on a fishing rod.
Filmed over Costa Rica in 2007.
And it's just a model.
As it flies away.
As it gets pulled away on a string. Okay, next one.
Here is...
This one here is the edge of a building poking out through some cloud cover. Because you get the low fog happening on certain hilly cities, and you can get some great stuff like this.
A point
especially
in the clouds over the U.S. and one over... Here's a disc in Indonesia.
That's been messed around. That's been messed around with. You can clearly see those buildings there. Oh no, it looks like it's got 2 videos strung together. Starts off with that one, and then suddenly splices another one.
Over the U.S. and one over... Here's a disc in Indonesia, one in Turkey, Belgium, and elsewhere. Here is a orb over San Diego, and then multitude of orbs that I'm going to show you in the next few pictures.
Nice silver one. Looks like it's got some writing on the outside of it. Or some design on it.
If you enjoyed this video, please click on that like button and subscribe. And remember to share us out to your...
Okay, what's this side guessing and not actually zoomed in? Let me just go back again. Oh, this side's guessing. It's not actually zoomed in. This is what they're guessing it is.
Orbs that I'm going to show you in the next few pictures.
This is still a mylar sphere, isn't it? If you like that garbage, be a sucker, hit a like. He only got 658 after 14k views on it. Now he's put up a load of these compilations, and we've covered them in the past as well, most of them. But he put out another one the other day. But yeah, we could probably go through a few more of those next time. Massive group of lights. Did we look at that one? We'll save it for next time. What else we got here? Third phase. Now, have we got time for more third phase? I think we've probably used our 3 hours up. I've got 10 minutes. Okay, let's have a quick look. I want to keep it to 3 hours if I can. Seems to work better. And people are probably tired now as well. Thanks for hitting the likes there, guys. We need some more on Rumble though, if you're out there. And we certainly need a lot more on YouTube. And it's a bit hard to keep going if people are not supporting me, right? And we can't just have Michael King helping out paying for internet and all that sort of costs that's involved in doing this. Okay, so we looked at this one here. I had on the thumbnail. Let's have a look at that one.
So what immediately
so they're showing their compilations and talking crap about them. So what do you think that one is?
And again, in the Latin American region, we're seeing all these.
So we're talking about Latin America, where they have these crazy balloons. Is this just another one of these crazy balloons?
Strange, unique kind of flying saucers, different kind of maybe.
The thing is, it's not always clear what you're seeing because it's out of focus. Could it be another one of these spiky balloons with a that they're basically hot air balloons that don't have any pilots?
Humanoid kind of shaped creatures. Are these biologic? People are asking that question.
Oh, Brent, are you saying it's biological? Are you? Have you checked yourself into a mental hospital?
And the biologics are on conversation, even if.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it might have a regular pattern happening to it, where it's going around. And it looks like it's got spiky bits on it, which is typical of Mexican type balloons, as well as Colombia.
In Congress, is this what we're looking at? Or possibly, I'm going to throw it out there, could it be maybe a pack of balloons? And you can see the aluminum.
I think it's just one balloon in this case, but he's just throwing it out there, guys. And we ain't going to get any better footage than that.
any sort of craft in particular, but I'm also noticing some blinking lights on it, and I'm not sure if that's maybe
it's probably the candle inside that's heating it up.
maybe the sun glinting off some metallic pieces on it, or if it actually has some sort of strange...
So we can see the spiky bits there, right? But we're not really seeing the design of it because it's all blended together in blurriness.
Blinking lights. You know, could this also be some sort of biological entity?
Lights.
All right,
seeing something here, maybe.
incredible stuff right here, and we're sharing it live as we go through the latest UFO videos.
Okay, so if you look at that, it looks like it's like maybe a spiky balloon that's designed like a headdress on a sort of like a Mayan or Colombian type face there, and what you're seeing is a hole going through the other side as it's rotating. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? Looks like a Mayan festive balloon of a headdress and a person.
Now let's take it out to China.
You can see it's rotating so the eye is not shining light through it now.
We like strange weather. The weather phenomenon continues daily, and we love to share this stuff on Third Phase. We thought we'd let you know.
Of course you love sharing it because you're making money off it, you dumbass. Alright, they got some music on the end. Isn't that one of those strange clouds again? Mountain range where they happen. What they call UFO clouds. It looks like it's stationary and we're in a car that's moving. Nice UFO cloud, man.
HI, built from a non-human intelligence. I want to get your...
Oh, was it built by you, Brent Cousins? You're non-human intelligence.
Thoughts as we roll these videos once again. We're standing by in this live premiere.
Oh, what happened there? We lost internet connection. YouTube just dropped out. Did it? We're going to end soon anyway. So if it dropped, it dropped. Looks like it's still going. Something weird happened there. That's at least what we don't want.
Guys, your opinion is as important as ours. Yeah, and copy paste that link to my email.
Okay, what do we got here? Looks like a kite.
We're going to take a look at it. And
hey, there you go. It looks like one of those kites again. That may be broken off and it's flying free.
if we deem it good enough to share to the world, we will.
Okay, so we know one of them can fly with strings and one can fly with RC motor. If the RC motor conked out, that would just fly along in the wind.
Will, right here. We don't ask questions. We just want to get the videos out as.
We just don't ask questions. We don't want to analyze it. It's just too much. We just want to put a load of crap there and tell you it's a UFO and make millions of dollars. Hey, it's working.
as soon as possible, and then we can all speculate what we're looking at.
So they're making excuses why they put it out without doing analysis and then putting it out and saying, well, we got this one. We thought it was very interesting, but we think it's a kite. So here's it side by side. You know, they could find out more information on the videos they're sharing, just like UFOman could have done when I did that Google search and found it was a moon around an asteroid.
We want to share with you the phenomenon as we don't.
Okay, what else we got here? Okay, so out of focus light, whatever it is. It's a fair distance away and it could be on the sea, right? And a lot of these ones turn out to be solar farms in the distance. And you can see the sun's either coming up or going down. And that's when you got the solar farm mirrors all angled at a certain angle here, where you would see it from a plane. So I'm just going to go with my gut feeling on this one, that's going to be a solar farm on the ground that's showing up through the cloud cover there.
Horizon.
Or it could be one that's out to sea even. That's a fair distance away, wherever it is. Okay, we got one that's more obvious. Okay, now we got a ground, clouds. Okay, this one does look like it's up in the sky actually. But it could still be an optical illusion. There still could be a platform out to sea here. We don't know where it is. We need like a map, you know, map in the corner to say where the plane's flying at the moment. Yeah, it could easily be sea there, couldn't it? And there still could be a landmass there. It's kind of misleading because we've got horizon there with cloud and sunrise. It could all be sea. Could even be an island, you know, like a lighthouse that's got solar panels. But anyway. Without more information, there's not really much we can go on that one. It's not actually moving crazy or doing anything crazy. Are they still looking at it? Yeah, they're still looking at it. It's got to be C, isn't it? sea, land down here, some low-level clouds over the sea, edge of the earth, sun, clouds. Anyway, we're back to that one again. So they must have run out of stuff. We'll leave it there. We've still got a few more to get through next time. Anyway, I'll say good night now, and hopefully enjoyed what we got round to doing in the end. We're a wee bit worried about Mike's donation going missing for some glitch, but it looks like it was alright. Just very slow processing, obviously. So yeah, thanks for the 35 that dropped by on Pilled there. Well, actually 158 dropped by, and 35 hit play on the video. I guess that's how you read it. Thanks for hitting a like there, guys, and YouTube is very sad, and Rumble is very sad today, so not too sure why, but we got up to 10 all over the place there. I'll just say good night. And I'll try and keep doing more and try and fund it. But someone's got to point out all this garbage going on. Something happened there too, but also it looks like the bee got clipped. I don't know what he's been doing. He's been updating, doesn't really matter. I'll probably have to check it. Good night all. Maybe the update clipped the sentence for some reason. Who's out there? Anybody? Did I miss any money? I don't think anyone commented apart from Michael. Michael, I think it was only Michael. Anyway, hopefully the side chat is working, because he's making changes all the time. But yeah, hopefully I didn't miss anybody there. Okay. If you got your own videos out there, by the way, do think about joining Discord and posting some links to your cloud server that you might have it on if you want me to have a look and give an opinion on, or other people's videos that you like to be analysed under fair use. But anyway, we better sign off here. And I'll catch you again soon, hopefully. Yeah. I have to finish off that game too, still. End of the week one. Really should do Friday instead of Sunday one. Well, it depends how I feel. Okay. Here we go for time. 3:04. Perfect. Some will still say it's too long, but I'll be putting chapters in. And you better skim to whatever video that we're looking at in the topics. I'm going to end off here now on Rumble and Tilt.